Good morning guys, welcome to Flex and Freedom. Here with Aaron, and today we're on my new 2020 GSXR 1000R. Even use indicators for video purposes too. Look at that. The R1 didn't have those. So the last video was saying farewell to my 2015 Yamaha R1. So I'm going to give you my first impressions on the Suzuki today, and some small comparisons between the two bikes and what I've noticed so far. I didn't really intend to change from the R1, but when I seen this bike coming into AH Superbikes, I definitely knew I had to go and check it out. Absolutely love the colour scheme, and I've put about 200 miles on it already, and so far really enjoying the bike to ride as well. 2020 GSXR 1000R model has a couple of different extras that the 2015 R1 didn't have. So first off, it has an auto blipper, which allows you to downshift without clutching, which is a lovely feature that I've taken to really well. Secondly, it has launch control, which we'll skim over today because one, I haven't tried it, and two, I think that's going to be a video on itself. It also has, I don't know if you can see there, but gas suspension, and the ride is so comfortable. It just glides over the bumps on the country roads. Other than that, spec wise on paper, both bikes are fairly similar. This bike, as you can see, has been fitted with the Yoshimura N-Can DCAT, and as far as I know, it's been flashed as well, just to make sure it's running okay. In comparison to the R1, which had the full Acra system. But guys, we're up at Loch Fay here today. As you can see from the trees, tiny bit of wind, hopefully nothing major that's going to disturb the video. But we're going to turn the bike on. She is warm. I'm going to let you hear her, and then we're going to jump on through some twisties and chat a wee bit more. So okay, you probably won't be able to see it in the, as it is quite bright and stuff today, but absolutely love these daytime running lights that come in the GSXR 1000R model. Small wee tiny difference, but it really does make the front look that wee bit more aggressive. And hopefully you'll be able to see there as well, our dial up front. Obviously it's all electronic, like most of the new bikes. Background, this one is black, which is a feature on the 1000R models, as opposed to the white background in the standard GSXR 1000. If I were to be picky, it's probably the one thing about this bike that I wouldn't say I don't like, but I ride with a tinted visor, and when it gets late in the evenings, it is that wee bit harder to see. But to be honest, I honestly don't be looking down all that much. So I think we're good. So just before we head off, I'm going to let you hear this. So lovely racy note off it, and the quick shifter as well, really nice and smooth. And as we go around some of these bends as well, you hear the downshift. So, but yeah guys, like I said, on paper this bike's very similar to the R1 with regards to power and stuff. One of the main differences would be the quick shifter, or sorry, the auto blipper, which definitely makes it a lot more enjoyable to ride. But also the ride position is quite a bit different. I'm still getting used to it. I feel like I'm lower down, but that I'm sliding forward onto the tank a wee bit more. Wee bit more wrist pressure and stuff like that, but I'll adjust to it as time goes by. Unfortunately, John is out of action at the minute. He's broken his wrist. Claims he was playing football, but I'm sure there's a probably less manly story with regards how it actually happened. So he's going to be doing most of the background work, videos, editing, hopefully Instagram as well. I'm going to try and get out and do some more videos, and we're really both keen to get this one up and running. Like I mentioned previously, I was so apprehensive about trading in the R1. It wasn't something that I'd planned, and I was really worried I was going to regret it. And I'm not going to lie, there are certain aspects of that bike I do miss. Like I can see myself riding the Yamaha again in the future, but this bike is just amazing. It's so rideable, especially for someone like myself who is still relatively novice with sports bikes. And like, this is only my second sports bike, and obviously it's my second leader bike, so I sort of jumped in at the top end of things. Cert. So I spoke briefly about the dial before, just before we took off, and along with that slightly simpler dial are slightly simplified rider aids as well. So on the R1, you can individually adjust your traction control, your anti-wheelie, your slide control, all your throttle settings. Everything is sort of independent of each other. But on this bike we have 3 rider modes, A, B and C. C being the most suppressed or the easiest, sort of like wet weather riding or novice riding. B is intermediate. A is obviously just sort of like your track or your sort of more experienced rider. Also, you'll see there beside that there's a traction control setting, which goes from 0 to 10, 0 being off. We're currently set at 1, but dialed in with that traction control is anti-wheelie and all your other settings. So it's a lot simpler for a novice like myself to adjust the bike, to keep it rideable and everything without overcomplicating it, whereas R1, as great as it was, has so many settings and so many adjustables, which is great if you're planning on doing track days or you've been riding for a long time and you know exactly what you want. But for me right now, this is perfect. I'm sure you'll see, guys, as well, hopefully from this video, just how smooth the downshift is on auto blipper, but also how smooth the suspension is. Like, these roads aren't the worst I've ridden, but they're far from perfect. Like, if I were to do a video on the Harley, you would even hear the bumps in my voice. This is just gliding. I have ordered a rear coil. I've been looking at huggers, because obviously these bikes, or the GSXR1000R 2018 onwards I think it is, does not come with the rear hugger, and I just don't want all the crap coming up off the road and hitting off the bottom of the bike. It's not a huge issue, but something I want to look into. So far I've seen 2 brands. One is onto the chain guard, and it looks quite messy in my opinion. The other one uses the existing moulding holes, which actually looks really well, and is probably the one I would prefer to go for, but it's 150 quid, which is a lot more than I wanted to pay for a rear hugger. So I did hear someone suggesting that you could modify the older huggers to fit on, so I'm going to look into that as well. Other than that, guys, you know, I'm really happy with this bike, and in fact we'll pull in up here somewhere just so you can get a look around it before I shoot off, and appreciate it for what it is. And guys, I do apologise, I've been trying to concentrate so much in the video. My riding today has been atrocious, but that's why I want to clock off the camera and just enjoy the rest of this. So gearbox in this thing is amazing. So we'll give her a wee rev here as well, just so you can hear it. Beautiful wee note off that. So yeah guys, that's it. My 2020 GSXR 1000R. What a bike. Honestly, I don't think I could be happier with it. There's nothing I dislike about it. Like I say, the LCD screen is the tiniest wee thing, and I wouldn't even say it's dislike. It's just me being a spoilt wee bitch. But like, look at that, just striking, so stunning. It looks amazing in all the colours it's available in. The white and blue is amazing as well, and the MotoGP livery is fantastic. But just quick sweep round, just to reiterate what I was saying. So no rear hugger, which just sits over the back wheel. Those are the casting molds that I was talking about. These are the Light Tech race levers, so you can just see Light Tech on there. Beautiful finish on them. I'll show you this one as well. So, and that's our gas suspension, which is amazing. Brembo brakes as well. And on the GSXR 1000R, we have these daytime running lights, which just really add to the aggressive sort of profile of the front. And then that's our Yamaha hand can decat pipe. So guys, look, that's it. There will be another video coming very, very soon. Launch control, I'm nervous, I'm excited. Please do stick by and tune in for that as well. But thanks again for joining us. Please do like and subscribe, it makes all the difference. And if you're out riding, stay safe, and we will catch you soon. Cheers guys.